Okay guys, now we are going to practice finding the volume of a pyramid. So remember the difference between a prism and a pyramid is a prism has two bases and a pyramid only has one base. So the base of the prism are the two sides that are exactly parallel and opposite of each other and the same exact shape. But a pyramid actually has one base and all the other sides come up to a point. So the side that is not coming up to that point, like the other sides, the one that's not doing that is the base. So we see this side's coming up to a point, that side, the back side, and this side right here, they all meet right here on top, but the only side that does not come up to that point is that bottom side right there. So that is the base of our pyramid. So our formula says the volume of a pyramid is equal to 1/3 of big B. Remember, big B is the area of the base of the pyramid. So if this bottom square is the base, then big B is the area of that base, and H is the height of the pyramid. Now in surface area, we use the slant height, the height of one of these slanted lines, but the volume formula only requires us to use the height of the pyramid, which is the distance from the very top point to the very bottom base, coming at it at a 90-degree angle. So that tells us that the height of that pyramid. So we're just going to plug things, identify things, and plug them into our formula. So first we need to find big B, because we have all the rest of that information. So we want to find the area of that square or rectangular base, right? It's a rectangular base because we know all these angles, all these corners are 90-degree angles, so we know it's either a rectangle or a square, but hey, this side's 11 inches and this side is 10 inches, so it's not a square since they're two different sizes. It is a rectangle. So to find the area of a rectangle, we just multiply the length times the width, right? So we just take one side and multiply it by the other side. So the area of that rectangle is 11 times 10, which equals 110 if you multiply it. So that's our big B. So now we found our big B and we have our height. So now we can plug everything into our formula. So the volume of this pyramid is equal to 1/3 times our big B, which we found is 110, times the height of our pyramid, which it's the line that falls in 90 degrees with the base, so that is 16. So if we multiply that out, that gives us the volume is equal to 586.67 inches cubed. Okay, and that's it. That is how you find the volume of a pyramid. All right, guys, so here we are going to practice finding the volume of a cone. And remember, a cone is a type of pyramid. The only difference is that it has a circular base. So if the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 big B times the height, and big B, our base, is a circle, all we have to do is replace big B with the area of a circle, with the area formula of that circle. So I'm just going to erase this whole thing just so I can fit that in there. So remember, the area of the circle is pi r squared. So I'm just going to put pi r squared instead of big B. And then the height was part of that formula, so I'm going to leave the height there. So let's try it. So all we need, the only two variables I see is r, which is the radius, and the height of the pyramid, or the cone. Height of cone, right? And height is a distance between the furthest point to the base of that pyramid or of that cone, making a 90-degree angle. So that is this distance right here. And then our radius, we know, is just half the distance through the circle going to the center. So from the center to the edge of the circle. So V equals 1/3 times pi times the radius squared, which is 9, times the height of the cone, which is 17. Okay, and I'm just gonna put that into my calculator before I multiply pi. If I just multiply 1/3 times 9 squared times 17, I get 459 pi. And then if I multiply 459 times pi, I get 1,400. 41, sorry, 0.99. And volume is three-dimensional. We're finding how much three-dimensional space this cone takes up. So I am working with yards because that's what it gives me. That's my unit. And I'm doing yards cubed.